let's get the tranny taken out, sent off, and put back in. Mount some mirrors, Dakota digital fan controller, and oh, look at that. A little headlight trim visor thingy. All right, let's get busy. The transmission's out, so I took today after work to loosen it all up. I did go to Harbor Freight and I picked up a low transmission jack, $118 out the door, and it made this just whoop, pulled it right out. Of course I have to lift so I can pick it up and pull it out, but still way easier. So I'm draining torque converter. We're going to get that to the shop on Monday. Today is Friday. Said it would take a couple days for them to tear it down, see what happened, and then we'll go from there. Hopefully the next video or the next segment of this video is me putting it back in. So we'll see what this is going to cost me. Yep, so we'll see you in a little bit. That's the round one. And then I have square ones. Haven't decided which ones. Probably the square ones because they're bigger. I can see better. But the round ones look cooler. Okay. So I've got the turn signal switch all figured out. And then I ran it and pinned it in. It's a GM style. Right there. And now I'm cracking into the back of the fuse block because of the fan. So what I'm doing is I picked up this unit right here. So this will run everything and it can be ran off my temp sensor gauge. So since I'm only running one fan, the fan output will be fan low, and then the sender will be the fuel gauge or the temperature gauge, and then it'll also command the fan on when the AC is turned on using a Trinity switch, and then ignition power, and then battery power, and then of course the ground. And you can custom adjust this to come on and off the fans for temperature wise. Yeah, so there's the unit. So now I'm just tapping into the fan fuse, and then this is going to run up to the ignition on, and then the other side for the fan out will run into the fan out to the existing wire that I already have ran to the relay. So let's get into this part now. Hey everyone, so it's one night after work. I got my transmission back. Let's see how far we can get it all back in. So let's get into this part 2 of the transmission removal. Done some stuff, then now this. So let's do this. being a broken wire inside. The lockup TCC valve was incorrect, but the torque converter, they split it open, made sure it was a lockup torque converter, and they bench tore down the entire transmission, put new seals in it, new bushing for the tail, for the drive shaft tail end to come in, because that was actually chewed out a little bit. So I think that's about it for this one, so I can get some content out there. So I put the mirrors on. Actually, I went ahead and got 7.5 inch diameter mirrors that go on like the big front of the rigs. I like them because now I can see everything behind me instead of those little 3-inch ones or 5-inch or the 5x7 mirrors. They're still round, so I like them. Actually, let me swing you around. So there they are. I like them a lot on both sides. So yep. And I got these little visor trim rings. I like the visor trim rings, so I'm gonna put the other one on there and then get that all fitting right. And last but not least, I got Dakota digital fan controller set into place, all wired up, so that's all done. I've got the turn signal switch all wired up, so now I have turn signals. The brake light switch is connected, but I still have to mount it against the brake arm lever, so I still have to do that kind of stuff. I ordered a new muffler or exhaust, so I'm going to put that back together, finish the transmission, get that all buttoned up with flywheel bolts and the linkage of the arm, which will be on the next video on how I'm going to do that, and see if we can actually pull this thing off the lift and at least back it up and maybe drive it down the street and come back in to see how everything else works, brakes and all that stuff. So thanks again for watching this one. Sorry it took a couple weeks, but we had some family in and we were doing a few other things around property wise that had to be taken care of. So yeah, so hit like, subscribe, all that other good stuff they tell you, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks, bye.